Hey guys, first geometry video here. I'm going to try to walk you guys through as best I can. We're going to take it real slow and try to keep our homework and classwork reasonable, something you guys can accomplish without swamping you. So I'm going to start on page 589. What I want you to do right now is actually go ahead and pause this video. There's 5 paragraphs on 589 that I'd like you to read. There's multiple vocab words that are dealing with circles, so go ahead and pause it right now and read those words, please. Okay, so I'm going to start with example 1, which is below those words that you just read. Example 1 has 4 parts, A, B, C, D, which you can see over here. Right, they got 4 parts of this circle, and it should look something like this. We've got some red lines, we got a green. That's kind of green. It's kind of hard to tell up there. And then we got this blue line down here. So let's look at AD. Okay, so AD, first off, I know AD is a segment. Okay, AD is a segment. And the reason I know that, is because it has no arrows. Do you see this bar that's on top of AD? That means it's a segment. Okay, it means it's starting and stopping at point A and stopping at D. Right, if you look down here, you see these arrows that are above JK. That means it's a line, which means it's extending past J. It's extending past K. It's going indefinitely both directions. Up here, this is a segment. It means it's starting at A and it's stopping at D. So let's look. Starting at A, stopping at D. All right, so it's starting on each edge of the circle, each part of the circle, and it goes through the center. Okay, it goes through the center. So that's pretty easy. This is a diameter, right? This is a diameter. AD is the diameter. All right, so HB is also a segment. See how there's no arrows on top here, right? HB is also a segment starting at H, ending at B because there's no arrows. If we look, this also goes from circle to circle, right? Kind of like AD did. All right, so this one's actually called a chord. All right, a chord goes from part of the circle to part of the circle. All right, so technically AD, right? Diameters are technically chords. All right, we just have a different name for them because they go through the center. Okay, so HB is a chord and AD is a diameter. Part C now is EG, which is this blue line down here. And I know it's the line, remember, because it's got these arrows, right? These arrows right there tell me it's not starting and stopping at E and G. It's going past them indefinitely. So this is a line, okay? So think back to what word you just read. What type of line touches a circle one time? Well, that's a tangent line, right? So EG is a tangent line, which means point F, you should have read this as well, point F is the point of tangency, which means it's the point it's touching the circle. So EG is a tangent line, and F is the point of tangency. Okay. Let's look at JK here, which is this green line. Again, it's a line because there's arrows on it, right? It's going, even though it looks like it's starting and stopping at these points, it's not. It's going all the way through, right? So what type of line goes through a circle, touches it twice? Okay, because this is close to the chord, right? HB was a chord, but it's starting and stopping on the circle. JK not just starts and stops, it goes through the circle. So we're looking for a line that touches the circle twice, and its name is secant. Okay, so if you're wondering how to pronounce that word, it is secant. All right, I want to go over, let's go over a page to 591. I have a different paper here. Yeah, so we're kind of running out of space. There we go. All right, so a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm basically doing these problems. Problems 2 through 7, and this is a matching game. Okay, so in your book you have 2 through 7 on the left, and you got A, B, C, D, E, F on the right. You can see my options. My word bank is down here. I've got A, B, and so forth. Okay, so we're going to look at our picture. You can see in your book, or you can look on mine. We're going to look at the part, and then we're going to match it with the word there. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the blue ink. All right, so here we go. GH. All right, GH is a segment because there is no lines, or there's no arrows on top of the line up here, starting and stopping at GH. So even though this has a line, we just are talking about this part, okay? From here to here, okay? From right there to right there. That's all we're talking about because there's no arrows on top, right? So it's going from circle to circle. It's a segment. It's a chord. This is B. Number 2 is B. All right, so 3 is just a point. We know that because points are written with one letter. So M, let's go find M. M is a point. This is a point on the circle. It's the point which this line, see this line NL is touching the circle. So M is the point of tangency, right, for this line NL. Right, this is the point of tangency. So we'll call this letter E. All right, JM. Again, we have a segment, right, because there's no arrows on top. JM, which is from here to here. This is an old word. We know this one. It's going from the center down to the circle, J to M. It's a segment. That is the radius. All right, so number 4 is D. 5 is also a point, right? Just one letter there makes it a point. So let's go find point J. That one's pretty easy. That is the center. Oops. The center. So part A. Last but not least, we got 2 more. Whoops. 6 has got the M and L, can't read today. M and H, and this is a segment, right? It's a segment up there. No arrows. All right, so M and H, let's see, it's going from there, all right, so it's starting on the circle, ending on the circle, and it goes through the center. That makes it the diameter. So this is C. All right, here we go. Now GH, 7, right, is very similar to number 2, except this one doesn't have those arrows. This one does have the arrows. So this means the line, right? We don't want just this part anymore. Now we want this entire line, right, which goes indefinitely, both directions. All right, so what was the name of a line that touches a circle twice? Well, its name was the secant, right? So this is a secant, and it's F, and obviously you could have, kind of eliminated some choices there and figured out it was F, other means, but that is a secant line. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a couple of problems here that I want you to try. I want to be very clear, these are not due or anything like that. I'm actually going to even post the answers for you guys in the comments here so you can see what the heck you're doing. And then you can kind of gauge on that. So I want to, let's go to page 591, please. All right, 591. Here we go, 591. And I want to do numbers 21 through 26 all. We're going to name the parts of the circles there, okay? Again, go ahead and try these out, see what you got. And if you have questions, go ahead and email me. I don't want these turned in. You don't have to attach any of your answers. Just check your answers with the answers I post with this video. And good luck.